Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastard yugioh here, and today I'm going to be coming at you with an updated Blue Eyes deck profile, but this time, guys, we are going to be playing the Blue Eyes the best budget way possible, which is going to be with the Buster Blader cards in here, guys. This Buster Lock deck is actually really good, and honestly, all you really need is 3 Whelp, 1 Protection, and the Buster Dragon and Buster Blader cards, and that's pretty much it. And I'll go ahead and go by the cover card, let you know why each card is so essential. And you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So if you guys are excited for this, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get right into it. So first things first, we're going to go into the main deck. 40 card main deck, clean 40. You don't need anything more than this. We are going straight out of the structure deck. 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue, of course. This guy is extremely essential if you guys do not know. On normal summon, searches you a level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand, which can search you cards like Maiden of White. Maiden of White is an amazing card that just came out of the structure deck, of course. This card pretty much runs the entire deck on its own, pretty much letting you set your True Light directly, activate your True Light, I should say, directly from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Really good card. Also special summons itself whenever you special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, which lets you go into synchro plays. Crazy good card. I do like to play the 1 Neo Kaiser Seahorse. You can play 2 or 3 of this card as well, as it's a phenomenal extender and a great starter as well. So this card says when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can actually dump a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a Blue Eyes monster, or a monster that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. So you can actually send the Maiden of White. And because you are sending this from the field to the graveyard, linking it off to summon the Spirit. Spirit searches you Mausoleum, gets you additional normal summon, but more importantly, Mausoleum gets you a Blue Eyes into the graveyard. Special summon it off Spirit, special summon this. The Maiden, that you send off this, and you're good to go from there. So I think it's really good. And then 2 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon is all you need. Anything more is just you're asking yourself to brick, so don't do it. This is going to be the best ratio for the monsters for the deck. For the rest of the Blue Eyes engine, 2 copies of Wishes for Eyes of Blue, 1 Roar, 1 Mausoleum, 1 True Light, and then 1 Majesty of the White Dragons. This card is absolutely phenomenal. All these cards are phenomenal. Let me go and start off with that. Which is going to be your best, the best card as far as searching into your engine. This card lets you add the cost of discarding 1 card from your hand, adding 1 level 1 light tuner, as well as 1 spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So searching you any one of these 4 cards, all of which do amazing things. Of course, Mausoleum and True Light, you will already be searching off your Maiden of White, and Spirit of Blue Eyes link 1 monster. So you can either search the Roar or the Majesty. Usually a pretty easy choice. If you're feel like you're gonna get interrupted in your combo, you still need to end on some type of board, or you want to go even bigger with your plays, you search the Roar. Or if you want to make sure you play it conservatively, you get the Majesty, which is pretty much what I search 99% of the time, just because it gets you that additional pop, which is really good as well. And that's going to be it for the Blue Eyes engine. True Light, of course, is a phenomenal card, which has been actually out for a while. I did not know. This was new out of the structure. But it's a phenomenal card. Let's special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or graveyard as a quick effect, because it's a trap. You can do either play as turn, which is really good, or you can set 1 spell trap from your deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon, so you can actually use this to set the other card you don't search as well. You either the Roar or the Majesty. Really good to have this, of course. Like I said, that's it for the Blue Eyes engine in the main deck. Now, time for the fun stuff, the Buster Blader cards, guys. We played 3 copies of Buster Whelp Destruction Swordsman. This card is phenomenal in the strategy because it is a level 1 light tuner, which means you can search this off of the Sage, and you can normal summon it off the Mausoleum. Mausoleum, the field spell, gets you an additional normal summon of a level 1 light tuner, which this happens to be. And on normal summon, this searches you a Destruction Sword card. So you're going to be searching Prologue with this, and once you search Prologue, your full combo Buster Blader Lock is all ready to go. Really good to have this, guys. 1 copy of the OG Buster Blader. You can play more than this if you want. I really just want to minimize on the bricks. If you want to play a 41 card deck and play 2 copies of Buster Blader, you definitely can, because you need to send a Buster Blader monster from your deck to the graveyard in order to activate Prologue. So that is a risk you take, but essentially if you go first with this deck and you don't draw Buster Blader, you're good. You are absolutely good, but you can still get this out of your hand through like a card like a Wishes. You discard for cost. So really good to have this as well. And then of course one prologue Destruction Swordsman, which says send one Destruction Sword card, not monster, not spell. It says Destruction Sword card, any monster spell trap that says Destruction Sword, and one Buster Blader from your deck to the graveyard. And then you can special summon one Buster Dragon directly from your extra deck or graveyard, but destroying the end phase of the next turn. So this is absolutely amazing. Halfway of our Buster Lock, and this is the second half, which is going to be Destruction Sword of Memories. This card says you can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon one Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from the graveyard. So why this is so good is because Prologue sends as cost, which means you cannot ash Prologue's effect to summon out the Buster Dragon. And then Destruction Sword has to banish, has to fuse with a Buster Blader, which is an Earth, so it doesn't matter if your opponent has Bestials and any other dragon monster. It can be a Whelp, it could be a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It doesn't matter. This deck has it all, so that's why this is really, really good engine to go ahead and play in the deck. Even if you draw Whelp as your opening play, you're still getting the Prologue, guys, so it's going to be really, really good to max out on this. Not max out, I should say, max out on the Whelps, and then you have immediate full consistency for this. Now, there is a debate whether you should play 3 Prologue rather than 1. I prefer to just play 1 for right now, and I'll tell you why. Is because if you draw like Prologue, obviously going first is crazy good, an immediate OTK from there basically, because you Buster Lock your opponent and then beat the crap out of them on turn 3. But the thing is that you don't want to just clog on Prologues. You want to be able to play Blue Eyes as well, which is why I opted to play 2 copies of Thrust instead of the 2 Prologues. This lets you search into the Prologues. This lets you search into your wishes. This lets you search into your talents, prosperity, all really, really good cards. And of course, we play the 1 copy of Called By in case our wishes gets like ashed or any nonsense, or our opponent wants to shift to us on our turn. We have the Called By nice, cocked, and ready to go. So that is going to be it for the non-engine, non-hand trap. Now for the hand traps, guys, to make it the clean 40, we'll play 1 Bestial Magnamut. This card is absolutely amazing in this deck. And the reason why is because it searches you any dragon monster, which is going to be really, really good as well. Because with this, you can actually search the Neo Kaiser Seahorse. You can search the Blue Eyes if you want. You can search a lot of things in this. You can search the Whelp. So there's a lot of things this card can actually search, which is really, really good. But more importantly, we also are playing 1 copy of Druid Swarm. If you don't want to play the Druid Swarm, that's perfectly fine. You can put in a Baldrake instead. Baldrake is actually really good as well, and I'll tell you why. Because Baldrake has the on-field effect, which a lot of people forget about, where if your opponent special summons, I believe, any type of extra deck monster, you can actually tribute another light or dark monster and banish it, which is really, really powerful. Druid Swarm is just the more generic way of disruption, but Bestial Baldrake is very, very much underrated. Can easily take the spot if you want to make it a little bit more budget friendly. 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Effect Veiler, 3 Ghost Ogre, which is amazing in the mirror match as well, also great against Ryzeal, and 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence for our hand traps, guys. This is going to be a really, really great way to get you set up. Make sure you're lasting through the interruptions, lasting through the turn 1. If you're going second, you should feel confident in this deck that you can break the board, and still, even if you don't Buster Lock your opponent, you still have enough cards in the deck to where you can actually just punch over whatever your opponent has. Tyrant Dragon's absolute beast, and we're gonna get into the extra deck actually here real quick, so I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So we played 2 copies of Spear with Eyes of Blue, of course. More than this is, unfortunately, we don't have the room for it, but this card is actually super, super cracked. In fact, it's a level 1, and not level 1, a Link 1 monster you can summon off of any level 4 lower spellcaster is going to be really good. Or Dragon, of course, you can actually normal summon, what's it called, Effect Veiler, and summon this. You can actually normal summon the Droll and Lockbird if you have it. 1 Heraldic Seal, self-explanatory, but it was nice to kind of distributed. So if you get nibbed, if you end on this and get nibbed, you're good because it's still tributed. So you actually get the effective special summon, which is really good as well. 1 copy of Lina, of course, we are playing light, so obviously Blue Eyes is really popular, so being able to take your opponent's stuff is really good. Also, Lina into Detonator is crazy powerful and a very, very underrated move as well, so definitely 1 Lina. And then 1 SP Lily Knight as well. But this was reprinted as well, so it shouldn't be too expensive right now. But again, if you don't want to play this, you can play a 3rd copy of Spirit. And realistically, you very rarely go into this regardless. I would rather probably play a 3rd copy of Spirit rather than the SP Lily Knight, but we have it, so, you know, for utility. 1 copy of Typhon Sky Crisis is just another way to out the Detonator stuff, and there's other things you can play. Searchable engine cards in your side deck, you can actually put it against the Ryzeal matchup, so which I'll go over here in just a little bit, but you don't need the Sky Crisis. Again, it's something that I opt to play because it just happens to be in my arsenal cards, but it's not something that's mandatory. You can play a few more fusions if you would like. I play one copy of Tyrant Dragon and one copy of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to equip with the wishes, and then Tyrant Dragon is absolutely ridiculous powerhouse of a card because at the end of the damage step after this card battle, you can actually set any trap card you want. It could be Solemn Judgment, it could be Torrential Tribute, it could be Majesty, it could be True Light. You can set any other trap card in your graveyard after this card battle, which is crazy good, really strong as well, and it's really easy to summon. So definitely like this card. I'll probably, if I don't play this the Typhon, I'll play a second Tyrant, because you can, like I said, it's just so easy to make, so good. And then of course we want to play 2 copies of the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. A lot of people playing this at 3. I do not have the space for this because we do have to of course include the Buster engine. 1 copy of Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which is an Omni Negate for any card on the field, which is really good as well. It's like a Desiree, if you will, right? 1 Lightstorm Dragon, a common out of the newest set, and surprisingly an amazing card as well. Level 8 Synchro is the card on special summon, target spells, traps of the field, up to the number of normal monsters in your graveyard +1 and destroy them. So even if you just have 1 Blue Eyes, you're already going to be able to pop 2 spell traps your opponent has, and it's really good in order to break boards, or if you're going up against some nonsense, you make sure you pop the back row and you're good to go from there. Or in the mirror match as well, you pop the True Light and you're chilling from there. So really good card. And of course the Buster engine. We play 1 copy of Buster Dragon, 1 copy of Buster Blade, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. So Buster Dragon, it turns all of your all monsters your opponent controls into dragon monsters, and then the Destroyer Swordsman says that your opponent can't activate dragon effects. So basically your opponent can't activate any monster effects that turn, which is crazy to think about. Now remember, the Buster Dragon, because the prologue, is going to get destroyed during the end phase of your turn. So what you can do is you can go into bigger plays if you want, but I would rather just go ahead and outright kill my opponent and make sure I secure the win. Summon the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This card is really good. It is a common. I believe it was in the Crimson King structure deck as well, so really easy card to get, and this card is absolutely phenomenal. It's a level 9 Synchro, which you can make off the level 8 Buster Dragon, of course, with any of your level 1 Light Tuners. You can use Effect Veiler, what's it called? Buster Whelp, you can use Sage. And with this, it's really good because, again, it's another card that negates any face-up card your opponent controls. So another Ultimate Spirit Dragon, essentially, and has 3,200 attacks, so lets you punch for game really easily as well. And that's going to be it for the actual deck profile, guys. Now, for additional side deck options, I do want to share some ideas with y'all before I do sign off real quick. So some things that I had thought about as well were adding, like, again, the 2 copies of Prologue, and to run 3 copies, and you can definitely side these in going first. If you know for sure you're going to go first and you want to secure the Buster Lock and secure yourself the victory, this is going to be a really great way to do it. You can still keep the Thrust in there, that way you're playing 5 copies of this card in a 40 card deck, so the percentage of you drawing one in your opening hand is going to be really good, because you have 3 Prologues and 2 Thrusts, so an amazing siding option to side these in going first. You can also put in the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword or the Protection Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman. I just don't see the applicability of these really helping you as much in the actual game. Yeah, Protection Whelp can special summon you the Buster Blader, which is cool for whatever reason, and then Destruction Sword has a very win more feel effect where you should already be winning if you're resolving the Buster Destruction. Like, don't get me wrong, it definitely seals in the victory if the Buster Luck doesn't already. But the Buster Lock should have enough playability to where you should be just fine. Plus, it's like a dark. It's it doesn't flow as well with the strategy, so I just had to go ahead and keep these cards out. But a card you can definitely put in, again, the side deck against Ryzeal is going to be Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. You can actually main deck this card as well. Not a bad option to it, because you can special summon this card, and then if any Blue Eyes gets destroyed, this just summons itself back. It just keeps doing it. So really amazing way to out the detonator. It has 3,000 attack, really good as well. So just another option for you guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is Buster Blader the best budget way to play it? I think it's definitely up there with the invoked engines being one of the top 2 best budget ways to play this deck. If you're not playing the Primite Barrel Dragon nonsense with the drill beam, right? But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one.